This is a process where you could only potentially hurt yourself by waiting. So best practice, get something started by 7th or 8th grade, right? That could be a free online recruiting profile with NCSA. You never know what kind of coaches are going to come in your direction, right? Maybe start to take some video, some highlight tapes, some skills video, go to the Ball Diamond on the weekend, right? Get some of that footage together for coaches. But, in our conversations with college coaches, we're probably, we're not going to be actively recruiting someone until they have at least varsity video, varsity experience. I mean, that's just the realistic part of that. Now, you are getting 7th and 8th graders that have varsity experience. And some of these kids are a lot college or closer to college ready by the time they're freshmen or sophomores than they will be, when they're juniors or seniors. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. So you don't want any doors to close on you. I would say general practice, have your ducks in a row, know which schools you're interested in, communicate your interest to those schools in advance of your contact period. So that's when Division I and Division II schools can contact you for the first time, and that's going to change by sport. But you want to make sure you're on the radar for those college coaches in advance of that. So I would say most athletes need to have something put together by their freshman year and need to start taking action in the recruiting process by the time that they start their sophomore year. Kyle, do you have a different opinion on when athletes should start?
No, not really. I think that's a really good way of looking at it. Varsity Footage. I didn't play on varsity until halfway through my junior year as a baseball player, and then got drafted in the 5th round out of high school. So essentially one of the top 100 high school baseball players in the country. But I could have been getting recruited as a freshman or sophomore. I was playing good travel baseball. So if you're playing with a travel or club or a competitive program outside of the high school as well, that's another great way that to know whether or not you should be starting it, because you probably should. If you have a decent skill set as a young man or woman, as an 8th grader, you have pretty good mechanics, decent skills, and you are committed to playing at the collegiate level. I think that is a big step, is just having that 100% commitment in the first place. Because in 8th grade, I was 100% committed to playing hockey in college and professionally, and wasn't playing hockey a year later. But I was a good baseball player as well as that, and that was kind of my second thought. So having that 100% commitment, I think, is a great starting point. And then, like Danny said, getting your ducks in a row, coming up with a plan at the very least, figuring out what's a wide range of schools that I would potentially have interest in at the very least. Do some research, get that set up. And then 8th grade, freshman year, I don't think it's going to hurt you to start trying to get in front of those coaches a little bit, getting your foot in the door. One of the misconceptions out there is that coaches are going to look at freshmen and completely write them off. It's really not the case. Coaches aren't looking for a finished product as a freshman. They're not looking for a finished product as a senior. They're not looking for a finished product as a freshman in college. They're not really ever looking for a finished product. They want to see where you start, how you develop, in hopes of you developing into something more than that. So it's really about getting in front of coaches early and often, getting your foot in the front door, building a relationship over the course of time. That's the best way to help yourself out and make sure you have better scholarship opportunities and just opportunities in general. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, and I know you did, click our logo so you can subscribe to our channel and check out the other videos on our page for all things recruiting.